Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today I'm going to apply this foundation with you and kind of do just my review on the Becca products that I was sent via Octoly and Becca. Very thankful to have received this via Octoly. I am not certified for Octoly on my YouTube. I am only certified on my Instagram, so I will have another review on my Instagram. It'll be a little bit more in depth. It'll actually be coming before this, so if you haven't seen it, all of my thoughts will be on my Instagram post. I will link it down below. I always have my Instagram link down below, and I don't exactly know how to link a post, but if I can figure it out, it'll be down there. But I'm just going to apply the products so you can see them and kind of give you my thoughts, a review, and yeah, well, welcome to barefaced me. Okay, so I have my eye makeup on because I am filming another video while filming this one, so shout out to me. Actually prepared YouTuber today. It doesn't happen ever. This thing is so hydrating, and it looks blue, but it doesn't really leave a blue tint. It's like slightly, like if you were looking in something with blue light coming out, you could definitely see it, because I can, if I'm wearing like my blue light glasses and looking at myself in the mirror, I can see a little bit of a blue shift, but for the most part, it doesn't have any color to it. It smells amazing. It's mango. She smells so good. So freaking good. I have mine in the shade Mist, which again is a clear, but I mean, I don't know if you'll really be able to tell in there. I've actually used it looks so grubby. I've used a decent amount of this, and I've only had it for 2 weeks, so I've been like really going liberal with it. It's so nourishing. It's soft, it's gentle, it's creamy. The packaging with the magnetic closure, I love that. So I can see myself picking up more of these. It says it's plumping, I believe, and I don't feel like it's plumping. It doesn't have that like tingly sensation. So if you like maybe a plumping gloss that doesn't have, or like balm that doesn't have like a tingle sensation, this might be really good for you. I really like a tingly sensation, so I've really been liking that NYX Filler Instinct. It has like a cinnamony spicy tingle rather than like nothing or a minty tingle. So depending on your preference, there are different options for lip products. Now, this isn't the one that Octoly sent me, but this is the one that I have open of the same product. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I am working on this in my Roulette Pan collab. I will link my intro if you have not seen it, but I did work on this in the round 7 that has already come and gone, but now I'm working on it again in round 8. This is the Backlight Priming Filter. It's just a beautiful, like, come on, look at it. It's just a beautiful product. It has a nice glow to the skin. Ignore this swatch. It was from yesterday and it just will not come off, but it does give the skin a nice glow. So pretty. So I'm going to use 3 pumps of that for my whole face. And I kind of do like almost half pumps. They're not like full pumps, but they're basically full pumps, if that makes sense. So like 3/4 pumps. I don't know. I don't push it down all the way. I just never do. I don't know why. I do that with like everything too, like skincare. I do it. I don't know. I might do 2 pumps, but they're not full pumps. So I also like to, when I have my makeup on, I kind of clean up using my primer. So it's a dual purpose for me. But yeah, so that is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. It has a light fragrance. It's not assertive at all. But if you don't like fragrance at all, I mean, obviously this does have some form of scent to it, so I would maybe stick away from this. However, for the most part, I really, really enjoy this. This is a beautiful, beautiful primer. Really, really like it. I've gone through 2 of these, one of the First Light. I actually think I prefer the First Light Priming Filter a little bit more. However, I have half of this one and now a full-size one as well that Becca and Octoly had sent me. So I will happily continue to use them. They are lovely products, so I don't mind having a backup, and I know I'm going to be using this up. This should only take me another 3, so I should hopefully have this done by the end of the month, or the end of the year, not month. Oh my gosh. Then let's go on to the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. This is actually, I believe this is on sale on Ulta's website right now. So if you are interested after seeing me apply this, it is for sale on Ulta, at least when I'm filming this, which is 10/10. This was actually, fun fact, today was supposed to be Josh and I's wedding. Hung my wedding lights up. Things are good. So this Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation, I have mine in the shade Vanilla. I think I might have gotten like a teens too light. It's fine. I'm going to apply one side with a sponge and one side with a brush so you can see. I didn't show you, I'm sorry. I put one pump on my sponge, and that's about one pump's worth. We're just going to apply this. I just kind of wanted to show you. I have kind of tested this out using both a sponge and a brush. I personally like, yeah, I hope you can see, like, it's a little bit too light. It's not garish or anything like that, but it's definitely like a smidge lighter than I prefer my foundations to be. But I just think I prefer a brush in general more. However, I really have been enjoying smoothing my foundations out with a sponge. So I don't mind after like it's kind of laid out with a brush to just kind of smooth it over with the sponge. I do like how that looks typically. However, as you can see, it does still give a really good coverage, barring Felicity's like rage. It's hard to cover things up for me when she's in town. She's just a very angry lady. She's just very angry. So same thing, I'm going to put one pump. It's kind of like a half pump, I guess. I never push the whole thing down all the way. I don't know why I just don't. So I put like maybe a half pump, 3/4 pump on my brush. And when I apply it with my brush like this, I do tend to like spot it onto my face first, and then this is the like first week I've ever actually used this brush. I've had this brush in my collection for a while, and I finally figured I've had it, so why not use it? I don't know how I feel about this brush. This is the Morphe R6 flat top blending brush. I just don't, it's very like flimsy for a flat top brush, which I'm not 100% sure and sold on yet, but it's very soft. It feels like velvet, which is very bizarre for brush hairs to me. So I feel like I just get a quicker application when I use a brush, and then of course you can smooth it out. I personally feel like maybe it's just a learning curve, and I like a brush typically more. So both sides look beautiful though, so I really can't fault it for that. I am going to go in with just barely even tapping on it, just because I want to cover up this little thing and this little guy. And maybe I'll just bring it down here. She got angry and put a pimple there. She has been like, she was on another level this month. So it's a very buildable foundation, and I really do think that this is a high coverage foundation. So I know the name is Ultimate Coverage, and as you saw with just one pump, this thing and this thing are still showing, and even now they're just very angry zits. So I feel like take it with a grain of salt, because on any other day where I don't have like these, but maybe this is a good test, because if you have acne that you're looking to cover up, this might not be like full coverage. I feel like it's a high medium coverage rather than, or like a low full coverage rather than like ultimate coverage like the name suggests. However, it is a beautiful foundation. It does last really well on the skin. Now, I haven't really been wearing any foundation when I'm going to the office and wearing a mask, so I have not done a full mask wear test with this. However, I have done an all-day wear test. I didn't film it. I was going to a family member's birthday party. It was my grandmother-in-law's 80th birthday, and I wore this foundation, and it looked beautiful the whole night, and even until like we got home, it still looked gorgeous. I didn't see it like breaking up on my chin or nose any more than normal, and it was still there at the end of the night, hours and hours and hours later, after like filming, going to the party, and coming home. It was still there, which was very nice. Becca also sent me the Shimmering Skin Perfector. I asked for the shade Prismatic Amethyst. I gotta say, one, the packaging, they changed the packaging. I love that it's like a color and it kind of coincides with the actual product in the inside. However, I feel like it feels a little bit more cheap than the standard packaging, which was like a kind of soft matte touch plastic. I feel like that version was a little bit more luxurious. However, I like how they kind of did this to like, so if you had a bunch of these in your collection and you were like having to open up every single one or look at the back of every single one, this kind of makes it easier, so you know exactly like, oh, this is the purple one, oh, this is like the champagne one. So the colors, I feel like, really do help and make a big difference and are just easier. However, I like the packaging on the old version of this. So I have Prismatic Amethyst, which I've been using quite a bit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see any wear and tear down here, but that's kind of where I've been focusing my brushes, at the very top of this. It is a little bit too light for me, I will say, but it's not bad. And on days when I only wear this and I like film a video and actually see it just alone in a video, it looks beautiful. So I can see this being a really beautiful shade for the winter months, where it's a little bit, yeah, I hope you can tell it's like a little bit too light for my skin. So I will be just mixing it a bit today with a Project Pan highlight, but it's beautiful. It's not too much on the skin at all. It's just really pretty. It's really, really pretty. I mean, the reflect is so gorgeous. I think that this would be something that if I only wore here and then dusted another highlight kind of on the back portion of it. If you have a more fair complexion than me, I know I am still like a light medium if I'm lucky and go out in the sun. Light medium if I go out in the sun, but leaning more towards light fair in most circumstances. This would be a really beautiful one if you have very porcelain skin or very, very light skin. There are shades that I feel like are more suited towards deeper skins. Prismatic Amethyst is just not that one. So it's a little bit too light for me. However, this is like the only shade that I really wanted to try. So it's still really beautiful and it's very unique in my collection. And I don't know if you can tell, it's not like my pimple was right here, and I put highlight on top of it, and I don't think that it's exaggerating that at all. So it's very, very forgiving. It was actually a perfect time to test this on top of texture. I don't think that it enunciates texture at all. In fact, I think that it's just very smoothing on the skin and looks really beautiful. So I can kind of wrap up my final thoughts on these products. First, the Becca Hydra Light, I don't know the exact full name for this one. This is a beautiful product. This is so creamy and luxurious on the lips. The smell is mango and it smells divine. I absolutely love this packaging, just that magnetic closure. It's just so luxurious. Like, it's everything about this. You get a decent amount of product in there. I'm sure there's still plenty that's in the actual component of the packaging that you could dig out, which I mean, I probably will, because I actually really, really enjoy this lip balm. It's a little bit pricey. I believe it's $28 for a lip balm, which is a lot of money for a lip product, like especially one that's not really going to show up on your lips. It's just a balm. So this is really nice to wear underneath a mask. It doesn't really separate and go onto the mask, which is nice. I mean, it has no color, so it's not like it would really matter, but yeah, I've really been enjoying this. I really, really hope you can tell, I have actually used a large portion of this product up. It was full to the top and it's gone down at least a couple millimeters. I'd say maybe 3 millimeters it's gone down, which is pretty exciting. I used my Backlight Priming Filter. I love this. I think that it looks beautiful on the skin. I think if you don't like a radiant glow, you wouldn't like this. However, it doesn't have a silicone feel. It's just very soft. It is hydrating and it is glowy, and I really like this one. The Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. no one should be wearing foundation for 24 hours, but if you did, I guess this would be the one. I have not tested it out for a full 24 hours. That is far too long to wear makeup in my opinion. I've done like 8 to 12 hour wear tests and it looks beautiful. I have not pushed it to see like what kind of limits it has in terms of 24 hours because your girl likes her sleep. She likes her sleep a lot. I don't think it's full coverage because I think that you can still see my blemish here and maybe not up here, but I feel like, yeah, maybe not up here, but you can definitely still see this guy here, but this is like a protruding one where it just like hurts. So overall, I think that it has a very high coverage. I would say it's like mid full coverage, like medium full coverage to low full coverage. If you have perfect skin, this is going to be full coverage. But if you have perfect skin, you wouldn't need something like this. So I think that this is nice. I would pick it up on sale. I think it's like $30, which is fine for a foundation. If you don't like a full coverage foundation or you like more sheer to light coverage foundations, this isn't going to be for you. But I like it. It's pretty nice. I think that it looks really beautiful on the skin. Maybe we should just give you a nice little zoomy. So I think that it looks really beautiful on the skin. Otherwise, I mean, it's not looking horrible like anywhere really. So next is my shimmering skin perfector. This is the highlight from Becca. I picked out the Prismatic Amethyst, which is this, oh gosh, you can't, which is a beautiful, like really light pinky purple. It's beautiful. It's very unique to my collection. I don't own highlights in this kind of shade. I think it's a little bit too light if I'm being quite honest. I think it looks really beautiful on. I really have it predominantly on this portion, and back here I did put another highlight, but it is the sole highlight that's on like this area here in my Cupid's bow. So I really do think it's beautiful. I do not think that it emphasizes texture. I don't normally break out in this region, so I don't typically have texture. However, it is Felicity's here, so I do have one little blemish there, and I don't think that it looks like it's not emphasizing my blemish at all. So I really enjoy this. I have a few different shades, so I like that they've repackaged them. However, I liked the old packaging just a little bit more in terms of feel. This just, it's not like it feels cheap, it just feels cheaper than that other one. It still feels luxe, it still feels beautiful. They could have kept the outside matte packaging and then did this. In my opinion, I feel like this metal part would have been probably a little bit better to change rather than that matte brown. So I really like this though. I love the formula of the shimmering skin perfectors. They are very soft highlights though. I have broke my moonstone and had to repress it. It wasn't like I dropped it or anything. I actually had it in my makeup bag, and I always do a carry-on when I'm going on any trips, and somehow just even being in my backpack and being in my makeup bag, it broke. These are not ones that I usually take traveling with me. That's all. So I really like this though. So that is it. That is my Becca Roundup review. If you saw my one on Instagram, it's probably a little bit more thorough than this one. I am able to like type out and have like very concise thoughts on my Instagram rather than just kind of like telling you. However, I liked everything really. Becca products always seem to impress me, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. I did almost want to request the zero foundation or like that clear foundation, which makes no sense to me. So let me know if you would like to see that. I can request the zero foundation, and if you want to see it, I would be happy to buy it as well. It might be just like a moisturizer kind of thing for me. I just think it's gimmicky. I just think that zero foundation thing is gimmicky. I don't understand what it would actually be able to do. But that is it. That is my thoughts on these Becca products. I will catch you in my next video. Until then, stay healthy, stay sane, and stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye!